GD Vaharja agus Vorgade Falcha, welcome back. So we've moved on now to talk about what is your favourite subject, and another video coming up what subject you don't like. And I want to show you some nice kind of short simple things that we can do. So lovely short simple videos coming up to help you with your questions here. Now before we get on to what is your favourite subject, on Taver is fearr leat, on Taver the subject which you prefer, which you like, right? Let's have a look at a couple of the options that you could have, starting obviously with Irish, because it makes my heart beat fast and I love it. Right, so we've got Gaelic, bhar, leat, that they're obviously the usual ones, right? And then we have the languages here. We have Frankish, Spanish, Germanish, German, and Idalish for Italian. So French, Spanish, German, and Italian. Now, into kind of the sciencey stuff, we have chemistry, physic. Now just circle what you do. Physic, there's no need to translate everything. Physic, physics, which, this is the rock I'm willing to die on, is so much easier to spell in Irish than physics. You have a P and a H and a Y and an S and an I and a C and another S for the crack in physics in English. Dose. But physic, F-I-S-I-C. Done. Perfect. Right, beholiocht. Now before you come at me with the spelling here, right, beholiocht actually makes sense because ol is the word for knowledge. So it's like bio knowledge in Irish, so beholiocht. But the main thing you know now is never to pronounce that T. Beholiocht for biology. Mathe, and this is applied maths. So see the DH in the middle of this? You're not going to pronounce that at all. We know that the DH in the middle of the words are silent. So we're going to go for mathe, mach, mathe, mach, applied maths, and oliocht, talvíochta. So we have a V sound in the middle of there for the examiner, right? So oliocht we know means science, knowledge. Oliocht talvíochta, science of the land. How cool is that? A talav coming from the word for ground. So oliocht talvíochta, kind of knowledge of the ground, agricultural sciences you call it in English. Now we've got star. Underneath this we have stars, obviously history. We have tíreolaíocht. So have a look at beholiocht, right, for biology. And what we have, we know that oliocht is like science, knowledge, and tír is the word for land. So tíreolaíocht literally means knowledge of the land, geography. Much nicer in Irish, we're more poetic. Staidéar clásicach, classic studies. Corp idiocus, physical education. Corp idiocus literally means body education. There's the word for corp. C-O-R-P is your body, and idiocus means educate or education. So corp idiocus, education of the body. So much nicer in Irish, if you ask me. Aline is the word for art, and inaltóireacht. Some schools have this. It's the word for engineering. Inaltóireacht. Underneath this, we have acnamíocht bhaile, right? So we have home, economics, acnamíocht bhaile. But here's what you're going to do. Pop the letter V above that BH, acnamíocht bhaile. Next one, contasíocht. Contas means count. Contasíocht, accountancy, accounting, contasíocht. Gno, business, and acnamíocht, economics. Graphic is like a DCG, I think you call it. It's kind of tech graphics and design kind of all mixed in. It's that GDC or DCG. I think it's DCG. I'm sorry, I'll double check that. I think that's what it's called in English. It's graphic anyway. It's much simpler. And again, a lovely F in there, no PHs like you have in English. And a classic ceol, music. Right, let's have a look at the other ones that we have here. We have polítíocht agus suí, politics and society. We have staidéar forgníochta, construction studies, staidéar forgníochta. And finally we have oideachas religúnach, and it's religious education and the religion subject. So they are the main subjects. Now, I think I pretty much have everybody's subject here. If you are missing your subject, will you just do me a favor and just drop me a little questionnaire, and just that, because I want to double check, because sometimes the translators and sometimes the dictionaries will give you words that maybe we mightn't use for the subjects. So just double check with me first. So pop it in to the questionnaire on the Grinds 360 platform, and I'll translate your subjects for you. Or again, don't forget we're online every Wednesday as well if you want to have a bit of a chat there. Now, let's talk about enjoying your subject. First and foremost, we're not going to say is motlum, is bralum, is evenlum. Now, you can, but I wouldn't suggest it, because a small little bit of effort can return a huge amount of marks for you. So you could say something like tatnín gaelgalum, tatnín burlalum, tatnín matalum, or tatnín ceol for I enjoy, right? And that's okay. It's nice. It's nice. But do you remember them phrases we were doing a couple of videos ago talking about your area? And we were talking about tá mo chrí istí. So I'm mad about, I love. So tá mo chrí istí. I'm mad about my career. I'm crazy about. It's so much more of a nicer way of saying that you like a subject. So tá mo chrí istí sa bharla, right? Make sure you pop the letter V above there. Tá mo chrí istí sa bharla. You're mad about English for some reason. Tá mo chrí istí sa Gaelic. I'm mad about Irish. Or tá mo chrí istí sa Rankish. Don't pronounce your FH. Sa Rankish. I'm mad about French. You could say tá mo chrí istí san Alín, san Idális, san Acnamíocht, san Ishig. Now these all start with kind of vowel sounds, so that's why we're going to say tá mo chrí istí san, because we've two vowels running together. So san Alín, san Idális, so in art, in Italian, san Acnamíocht, in economics, and san Ishig, don't pronounce that FH, in physics. Now, be very, 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 very careful. Most teachers have two subjects. So when you're sitting down and you have an examiner in front of you talking to you in Irish, bear in mind that that examiner has another school subject that they teach. So we have to be very, very careful when we want to say subjects we don't like. And very often I get students telling me is fua liom, for I hate. Now, my other subject is French. So if you came into me and you said to me, is fualum Frankish, I'd be like, fair. They pronounce absolutely nothing. Letters are meaningless. Life has no meaning in French, and neither does their grammar. So I'd agree with you. But I think what we need to do is just be a little bit careful about how we come across in Irish. So I'm going to give you a lovely, lovely way of saying that you're not mad about a certain subject, just on the off chance that that is the examiner's other subject. So do you see this phrase here? Níl mé tóca le. That's a really, really nice way of saying I'm not crazy about it. I'm not mad about it. So níl mé tóca le mata. I'm not crazy about maths. Níl mé tóca le gno. I'm not mad about business. Níl mé tóca le Spanish. I'm not mad about Spanish because it's not a real language and everything just seems to end with O. Níl mé tóca le Hidalish. I'm not mad about Hidalish. There's a H. Italian. Fair point. Níl mé tóca le Hallin. Not mad about art. Or níl mé tóca le Physic. I'm not crazy about physics. So we've got two lovely, lovely ways to tell me that you love something, or your heart's in it, and then how to say that you don't like something, but in a nicer kind of way, because the is fualum is quite abrupt in Irish to hear is fualum. It's like I hate something. So we just kind of want to play the game a little bit. Now I'm going to show you in the next video, nice and short and simple, how to say why you don't like something. Because one of the worst things I find is I ask students like, what subject do you not like in school? And they tell me, oh, I don't like physics. And I'm like, oh, why? Which is a fair question. And they're just kind of like, níl sé simú. So I'm going to show you nice ways of actually telling me why you don't like a course and putting in a nice bit of H1 and H2 vocab. So very quick video. So join me over and we'll look at the rest of your material for your subjects. A charge, you are deadly. What do you mean, Mogov? Slán inish.